Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with JJC and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
And I am Jamie.
And I'm Carolyn is no lifesaver. At what point, taking off her pants didn't help. At what point do you just say, hey, get out, let someone else try?
At what point do you reason that taking off your pants is going to help you throw better?
I can't throw with my arms because my pants are on. Yeah, I kept saying swap out. Swap out.
Yeah,
Swap out.
I don't know how that didn't happen. I don't know. Maybe it was a new rule. No swapping.
Well, I don't know. You have to find an advantage to swap out.
You need to find the swap advantage.
Yeah, swap advantage. Oh, man. Can you imagine people walking around with just big bulges in their pants? So, it's got all these advantages in their pockets.
It's like a pocket full of jelly beans.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, good times, good times. Anyway, thank you all for bearing with us. I know this episode's out a little bit later than usual, and it sounds a little shittier than usual. Sorry, pardon my French. It sounds crappier than usual.
And we're not blaming anyone but Colleen.
I'm having some very large computer difficulties, and I'm going to have to learn an entirely different way to record all these shows. I'm not stressed at all about it. Anyway,
I'm pretty relaxed.
Good for you. We are here to talk about the season premiere of season 44 of Survivor. 4-4. That's right. Jack is holding up 2 4s. Yay, you.
2 and 2.
Anyway,
style.
Yeah. So good times, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. What did you think? This was 2 hours long. It 100% could have just been an email. That's how many commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started chatting back and forth. I said, "Oh, wait a minute." I think Jamie said it's. I go, "Oh, is it 2 hours?"
Said, yeah, because you thought it was 90 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was an hour. I forgot that they do these long, drawn out season openers, which again don't need to be. They don't need to be an hour. They don't need to be 2 hours. But it is what it is. They don't listen to me, so.
So here's the thing: if they were giving us actual content like action for 2 hours, I'd be like, all right, awesome. Character development, shows around camp, relationship building, blah, 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 blah. If they were doing that, fine. But guys, at one point in the commercial, I read Alex a whole book and then went down with him for an additional 2 minutes, and I still came back and it was in commercial break. That's like a 5-minute commercial break.
Yeah, I hate to be that guy that complains, but man,
it was a little.
It's all to me. It was all about it. I think Jamie said before we record advantages, and just to me, that's just not the game. I just. I
just about commercials, like again.
Well, commercials, but yeah, like you said, there was no
meat and potatoes on this dinner plate.
From this episode? Who was a great player? Who has their hand on? Who looking at him? Who is that one person like going? Oh, they got a chance to win it.
Clearly, the answer is Carolyn.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is you didn't have anybody going.
Right, and like I understand that they need to show the injuries. I mean, it's from time to time wrong. We had a gazillion injuries. We had the whole thing with Caleb, like that 45-minute. Like I understand when it's such a huge part of the storyline. My issue truly was the amount of commercials and the fact that like I could have taken a shower in between commercials.
I thought you were going to say something else.
That could have happened too. There was plenty of time for both. No need.
They could have pooped in between commercials, and it would have been fine.
Well, I was like,
all watching TV.
Who didn't see Matthew falling off that cliff or rock or whatever? I said, what is he doing? Those things are still. If anyone who's ever been to the ocean, rocks are slimy. It's not ideal for walking on, especially when you don't have the equipment around you, especially when you're playing a game for $1 million and you can't afford to get hurt.
Right. I stayed away from listening to any of the Survivor podcasts or anything, although I did listen to the exit interviews because I feel like those were
Yeah.
Listen to Red Sand
Yeah.
interviews. I felt like, those weren't enough to like, make me like have a different opinion. But it was really funny, Maddie's exit interview where
When she's talking about him
she's
falling.
like, why? Like, this guy just friggin' fell off a cliff. We really want to work with him? Like, he's a wild card.
We want to work with the guy that just fell off a rock.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I thought Maddie got screwed.
She definitely got screwed.
As far as Survivor goes, let's say old school Survivor, the job is to get an alliance, right? Get people on your side, and she did that.
Yep.
But she got screwed by 2 shot in the darks and an idol.
It was.
I mean, I don't know why Jamie and I can see maybe Matthew because he did the stupid thing. He would have been
right
because if I'm Matthew, there's no way I'm walking around with a sling, and there's no way I say I can't do the challenge. I'm going to do the challenge.
Not until at least after tribal, right? And then just throw the sling on as you're walking back to camp. But
yeah, there's no way I have that sling on. I was like, I did something stupid. It hurts, but I'm still good to go. Yeah. I mean, he sucked it up during that one challenge with Brandon where they were gathering the coconuts. I just, again, I thought Maddie, she got screwed because if Brandon doesn't have that idol, he goes home. And the only thing he did, he just happened to find the magic idol that saved him. And the shot in the dark, yay, Jamie won the shot in the dark, first time ever.
That's the first one, first one at the most inconvenient time for
she didn't
anything
need
awesome.
She didn't need it.
No.
I just, like I said, there's too many idols in the game, too many advantages. It's just they just keep adding more to it. It's like, okay,
right,
you're losing.
Okay. Yep.
So, all right. Complaints aside, everybody's here their grievances. Let's talk about the episode. We started with an outtake of Carolyn, like with one of her confessionals. Does this foreshadow something?
I don't know.
Because
she says she has trouble getting along with people, right? Or people don't like her.
Well, no, I think she said that oddball, right? Like,
she's friendly. She's very outgoing and exuberant. And for some reason, they weren't being reciprocal of her advances, like friendly advances, which, happens in real life. And it happens to the best of us on Survivor.
Well, nobody wanted to work with her, right? Is that what it was?
I think she said nobody was like even being friendly talking with her, except for Bruce, who said in his exit interview that she was a lovely person in real life.
Yeah, and she went over to talk to Helen. I mean, and Helen was polite, but you could really see through the she was like,
which is stupid on Helen's part.
Right. You never know when you're going to need somebody like Carolyn or anyone.
You never ignore anybody.
No, and
especially at the start of the game. Why would you ignore people?
And if somebody is like really loud and is going to get the attention first, then you put them right in front of you.
Yes, call it a personality shield. Use a personality shield.
Yes, please. We have meat shields. Let's bring in some personalities.
Yes.
I don't get when people just right away say, okay, these are my two. These 2 people are my alliance. That's all I'm going with.
Yeah, talk to everyone.
That's not how you win.
Say yes to everyone. Nobody should really know where anyone stands, honestly, until the first time you go to tribal and it starts to clear up a little bit. But going in, everybody should be working with everybody.
What if Carolyn makes it to the jury, and you just ghost her, whatever this saying is, and just ignored her the whole time? You ain't getting that vote.
No, because you want to know why? Because she deals with difficult people who are, having a hard time in life, even though she is wild.
But she's not like bad wild. She's a wild card wild.
They had some edits to make her look like she was.
She's a little loony, but she's obviously like in her career path and her own life experience, like she truly does understand a different walk, and she understands difficult people. And if you have somebody that can, understand somebody even when they're being difficult, I don't know. That's a good ally. It might not be a good ally if she's blurts out information or something because she's too hyper about it or whatever. But thus far, her biggest problem is that she can't throw a lifesaver over a pole without taking off her pants. And there's so many euphemisms in that.
Oh my God, that was so ridiculous.
I go, why is she taking off her pants? I'm like, okay.
Oh, sweet Carolyn.
Again, I'd like to know if they were not allowed to switch out until you got a life.
Yeah, because I didn't even see anybody saying like, "Hey, swap." Like no one on our team was even yelling for a swap.
Because after you've thrown that lifesaver up, or life preserver up.
Thank you. Because I keep imagining you guys saying lightsaber, and I know it's not.
Life preserver. I mean, she must have done it like 20 times. That eventually will wear you down, and then you're not going to be able to throw it up over.
She seemed gassed before she even started, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When you look at that group, I mean, I just don't know that she would have been the one I would have picked to hoist that thing up there, but
yeah.
Say love you.
Never know.
It is what it is. Maybe people weren't talking to her because of that. Maybe they were mad. I don't know. It doesn't make again. You don't ever show it.
We don't know because we had to cut to commercial.
Anyway, it does seem that there's a lot of big personalities on this.
Oh my God.
This cast is so different. This cast reminds me more of the season 41 cast than it does of season 43, where, our big characters were like Carla, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there's more, more bigger characters here. Although I will say poor Bruce, we got to talk about that in a second. Rewatching that scene where he hits his head is brutal. Like, I was taking notes while I was watching the first time, but like, I just watched it straight the second time, and I was like,
gross. It's a little gross.
And the way they filmed it with the
slow-mo and the dripping, the blood,
gallons of head blood,
and like it was funny because my kids were like, and even Alex repeated it when we did it because he, rewatched some of it with me tonight. He was like, "I'm never doing Survivor; it's too dangerous." And I was like, "Alex, you are like 5 pounds, and you'll always be 5 pounds. I don't think you're getting hurt in this challenge." But no, I didn't really say it to him. No, I was like, "Alex, they are never going to do a challenge like this again because that dude could have died or like gone blind or broken his nose. Like, he hits that any other way, and it could have been so much worse."
Yeah. And I mean, opening, like, just that's the opening number, right? Like, this isn't like 4 episodes in or going into like 5th tribal, like the very first. Maybe, do you think that maybe High, like when he was putting all that fake blood on him on his first challenge, like cursed the first challenge?
Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, that's right. They did the fake
pouring of the blood.
And nobody asked him, "Hey, where'd you get all that blood?" But did Jeff seem
like he had a man crush on Bruce? Yes.
Well, no, it seemed like he just seemed like, to me, I thought he felt insincere, that he was just like, it's okay. He just didn't seem Jeff-like.
Well, I found it interesting that when
I wonder if he was juxtapositioning between producer and host. Where he's like, don't say too much because you don't want it to be a liability if this dude does have some kind of like head, like traumatic brain injury or something. Well, but like also at the same time, you have to put on a good face. So I wonder if he just didn't know how to handle it.
Hey, concussion. You can start the
but see, he didn't tell them, right? He was like, he didn't tell them that, like, oh, it turns out he has a concussion, and so he was just like, oh, he's fine, and he's I mean, like, he really did come. I mean,
it made it sound like me that if he just could have sucked up a little bit, he could have stayed in the game. But
but why didn't
he was in the hospital for 3 days?
I know.
Yeah, that was weird. I feel like he could have used that to his advantage.
Did he at least get to go on the pre-jury trip? I hope that he at least got to go on a vacation.
Yeah, do something. Well, it has been said on Jeff's podcast, which I did not listen to. I just got
I should listen to that. I didn't even subscribe to it. I'm going to do that right now while you're talking.
Gotta check it out. That he has been asked to come back another season. They don't know for sure how they're going to do it, but they did tell him that they absolutely want him back.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even get a chance to play, and it wasn't even his fault. It was the fault of the challenge. Is this On Fire with Jeff Probst? This looks like fan art. This is their artwork for their podcast.
Yeah, his Pokemon, his little ash catcher.
Oh my god!
It's like a little anime, Jeff.
Is it just Jeff talking the whole time?
Yeah, there's like a segment of like why something like why everybody hates Jeff or something.
Oh, why Jeff sucks. I saw that.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what? That's not going to give you like, upset. You're not going to get real takes on that one. I don't think.
No.
They'll be softball.
No, yeah, they are. They were like this one was like Jeff talks too much during challenges.
I don't know. I think Jeff talking during challenges is literally like the least of the offensive things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
If you go back and watch the first season, he doesn't talk a lot. So it's like there's that fine line in between.
Yeah. But we'll see how that podcast goes. But it is kind of nice to have a little window into some of the stuff with the cast members as they go.
He should have started it when it was, at its peak.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Or whenever podcast first came out, that's when he should have started it.
Surprising that it didn't happen, but that's when he was working on his talk show, though, right? Like that was talk show time. He had other things on his plate. He was a busy man.
That's a good point. Anyway, poor Bruce, and you kind of had to see it coming. Like I was shocked when they kept him in the game the first time.
Yeah.
But then, when he went down, I was like, ooh.
And also, can I just make a complaint that's about me? is that every year we have somebody who has a voice that I can't. It's just really cringe, and I can't stand listening to their voice. And his voice was like angelic and beautiful, and like he has like the most gorgeous voice. Oh nope, he's gone.
Did I say already that he gave me Roxroy vibes?
Yeah, but like
no,
with
he gave me Roxroy vibes. I
could see it. I could see it.
Like, but dad, provider.
Yeah, and he had to, but
old school strength.
He wanted to
it's
play.
A compliment. I like Roxroy.
He probably would have gone far in the game.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. Okay, what about Carson, who literally opens up the show saying, like, his first, he's like, I remember the exact date and time I got the call. And I'm like, oh, I would too, actually. I think
I gained 30 pounds for his trip to the island.
Yes. How did he do that?
I don't know, because he looks like he's only 100 pounds soaking wet. So I'm severely concerned about what size he was before.
We've seen a lot of people in the past go on. There was a girl last year who was really skinny, and a guy the year before. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but
Romeo.
Romeo.
Yeah,
it's like,
Romeo.
Okay, you got to put on some weight before you go out there because you're not going to be eating.
So tiny. Yep. It doesn't take long for those reserves to disappear.
Nope.
No.
Even on a shortened season, I mean, just 1 week of working that hard, not sleeping and not eating is going to do you in.
Right. Yeah, but I also spent a good, amount of the show wondering, like, where is that 30 pounds?
I know.
Well, they did show a photo of him, and he did look really skinny.
He was young though, Carson, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's a young kid.
So, he's like 20 now. So
yeah, that's where it all went. His metabolism.
He's never been on a date.
Yes. And
20 years it's out. Because he looks like a super genius, guys. He's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
That's true, yes.
Hey, speaking
of either Clark Kent or super smart.
Or both. Speaking of dates, so we got a little showman to brew in between Franny and what's his face? Is it Matthew?
Matt Blankenship. Who should not be doing anything like that since he doesn't have 2 votes. He can't vote twice going to I didn't like that.
But there you go, because now he's in with someone, no pun intended, who has a vote. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's great. But the people, what's the first thing people? Oh, they're hooking up. Yeah, one of them has to go.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's confirmed they're hooking up, but it was a pretty.
She likes me.
Jeff did say in pre-interviews
cute.
that they were going to have their
Have a
first
showman.
showmans
Yeah.
that they've had in years. So I would think that it's probably going to be these two cute cats.
And you know something? I am so glad it's to see two people who are like normal people like them, and not
I
like
know.
the two recruits from the bars in Los Angeles
Yep.
are the ones that are hooking up.
I thought the same. I'm not
I-
going to
I
lie.
just-
It
I just
was
think-
one of my very first thoughts.
They
I
are
just think-
all of us at age 25.
Yes.
I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, it's a
Game
dangerous game move. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, he already got screwed. He already got screwed with the, because I asked you guys before, did he have to go? Did he have to draw?
What a choice of words.
Not yet. He's hoping.
The tribe has spoken. Sorry. No. But I didn't like the
Take me to
fact
Ponderosa with you.
there should have been. It'd be like, Matt, who? I'm here to win $1 million. I didn't like. There should have been an option to not put your hand in the bag.
To not risk anything, you
Not
mean?
risk anything, because I'm like, I'm not risking it. There's no way.
They're at gunpoint. I'm telling you. Like, put your hand in the bag.
And once I lost the first one, I wouldn't have gone for a second one.
No.
You can survive one tribal without a vote, but once people realize, they go, okay, wait, there's only 3 votes or 4 votes, or like,
I don't know
who didn't vote.
Yeah, well, he showed them. He was honest with them up front, which I do think in the beginning.
Did he say he lost 2 votes or 1 vote?
1. He just told him the 1.
He just told him 1.
The second,
which was smart.
Yeah, because then he gave him some truth, but covered him a little bit.
How many, like the last 3 seasons, we've seen those people pick up the stupid beware idol things where they have to say the phrases and they have no vote until then. So at least he has an end date where he's going to get his vote back
but
versus those people that who knows.
But with only 6 people in a tribe, you have to survive. Hopefully for him, he makes it to the merge.
Right.
Maybe he has a tribe that doesn't, go to tribal council, because making it to the merge would obviously be easier than a tribe of 6.
Yeah.
What do you think of the other advantage that we got with the
bird one?
No,
you mean the bank of vote?
Well, we got the bank of vote, which I mean that's just a play on something we've already done, but I like it. I didn't feel like it was.
It felt overly complicated to me, but whatever.
She just got okay, you have the parchment, so you can just throw an extra vote in sneakily when you need to. So okay. But what do you think about the other where she can the legacy advantage where she can take it? What's being played at a tribal?
See now, so that I feel like is just their like sneaky way of getting around the Tyler Perry idol.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like I did like that.
I did get a screenshot of the actual rules to her advantage.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so the power is that you inherit all advantages and idols played at one tribal council. The mechanism is that it must be played at the voting booth, and your last time to play it is at Final 7.
So wait a minute. She
has to declare that she wants to play it in the voting booth.
Oh, she has, and hoping that someone's going to play their idol.
So it's a little bit more of a like a crap.
So she's got to convince somebody that she wants to get out to play that has an idol. She has to convince them to play their idol.
Right.
She's going to have to sure they're going to
fish
play
it out a little bit. Yeah.
And then what will happen is she's at the voting booth. She says that person plays the idol. It doesn't save them. She gets the idol.
And then she gets it. Yeah. So she doesn't get to hear that people are going to play something and then take it. Like she has to guess that her work was that her hard work panned out.
I like that a little bit better.
Yes. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this feels completely different than what I originally thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Hey, what did you guys think of Jam Jam?
That he's fantastic and fabulous, and I love him.
Yes.
He's good. He's good at he's good at the fires.
And he can't wait to poop in the ocean.
Hey, and you know what? He understands how much humidity sucks, and he can deal with it.
Yeah. And he loves Richard Hatch.
Who doesn't? IRS. Sorry.
Yeah, the IRS doesn't. Well, no, they do. They got their money.
That's true.
What did you guys think of Matthew falling? I know we talked about it for a second, but then like popping his shoulder back in. Were you like, eee?
Well, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do when you separate a shoulder. You have to.
Well, I love how he's like, medic, nope, never mind. Like, I got it.
Again,
And they
I
were
don't.
like, are you sure? I'm already here.
Again, I'm watching him going, what is he doing?
Yeah, he got a
Yeah.
little ahead of himself, he said, right? He got
Yeah.
a little ahead of himself.
I mean, maybe. Well, who was the one? Who was the name of the guy last year that started out the season doing all those kinds of things?
Our living Cody?
Cody. Was it Cody?
Oh,
Yeah.
From
Livin.
the Hawaiian guy from Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what was Matthew saying? I'm going to live life like it's, I'm going to do things I've never
I'm
done
an
before. Whatever.
adventurer.
I'm an adventurer.
Yeah.
No, that was just, you're in a game and you have to be 100%. You don't put yourself in a position to be.
Right.
I mean, he could have broke his neck, could have broke an arm, a leg. I mean, he hit hard. He hit hard because people are going, oh, he fell.
Isn't he the one that said, I'm here to make my life better for my son and husband? Like,
Yeah.
don't make it worse by breaking your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Paralysis does not improve things. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's just-
I'm sure that whatever he made it.
and then at least afterwards he goes, God, I know better than that. That was stupid. At least he was. At least he was on it. At least he knew what he was done.
The self-reflection.
Yes.
We all do stupid things, but that was dumb.
On a daily basis.
What did you guys think of? I think the one last thing that I wanted or character rather, that I thought was worth bringing up before we move on to the actual substance of the show. Lauren, what do we feel about her? She's the one that fixed the rock votes. She fixed it so she could pull the gray rock because she wanted to go, and then she came back and she lied, and then we had that awesome scene with Matthew and what's her name? Where
Jamie?
where at the
Maddie?
challenge, Matthew and the woman.
The other tribe.
Yes, where
Claire, yeah.
Claire, thank you, the venture capitalist.
Yes,
where she's like, oh well, you should ask to see the paper. However, then you found out in the exit interview that Lauren had basically told everybody anyway
she had told. There was like two or three people that did know about it. Maddie,
Brandon knew about it. Maddie must have known because Maddie's the one that said it in her exit interview.
Yep.
So it wasn't like it was some secret, I guess.
Top agent secret. It was kind of exciting though, because for those that are watching Australia right now, like 90% of the slick game moves happening kind of happen during the mat chat right before tribal starts. So getting to see like a little bit of like interplay between the tribes on this was really great. And I hope that they can get away with doing a little bit more of that, because it is really interesting when somebody can do or say something to one tribe member in a different tribe and start to control other people's games that they're not even going to tribal with. So we'll see if there's more of that. I don't know. I immediately was glad I put her in my top 3 when she did that.
But editing made it look like she just flat out lied, and now we're finding out she didn't.
With Lauren, Lauren definitely told some people, maybe later or whatever.
Yeah.
But it does kind of show you who she trusts in the game too. So
yeah,
that would have been nice. Again, commercial.
Well, that would explain why Brandon changed his vote.
Yep.
Because he was going in. I thought he was going to vote for her.
Mm-hmm.
And he changed his vote to Maddie.
Yep.
Because maybe it came back that, hey, Maddie's gunning for you. And
it did come back.
Yeah, because they're not going to go for Lauren. So
because when you have Maddie, two people playing their shot in the dark for no reason. But
it did come back because I don't think Matt wasn't supposed to be a part of that plan. Maddie's plan. She wanted to tell Kane, and Kane was talking to Matthew at the time, so she had no choice but to tell Matthew. And Matthew's the one that went back to Brandon and said, "Hey, just so you know, they're throwing out your name."
Yep.
But he also said that Lauren might have lied about what he told Brandon, and Brandon goes, "I can't play with someone like that." So they made it seem like he was going to go play. He was going to write her name down, And it turns out, well, either way, it would have been Maddie or Lauren. So
okay, so let's so let's talk about this. We they look for the key. Brandon finds the key. He has to tell Maddie because she sees that he has picked it up. It has an idol with a decoy idol, which would have worked really awesome if the whole tribe wasn't there to see it.
Right.
And then at that challenge, Brandon then also collapses.
Yeah.
Because he carried too many coconuts.
The heat.
Yeah, it's hot. It's that humidity. Good thing Jam Jam can handle it.
Yeah, Jam Jam is magic.
And then so then we've got this whole big thing, like, are they gonna go for Lauren for not being honest, or Maddie or Jamie, who apparently is like, Jamie's the one that was the former corporate worker who's now a yogi, right?
Yeah, and for some reason, I mean, I didn't really have an opinion one way or the other, but it seems like the Twitter really didn't love Jamie and all of that.
Well, because she was never a threat. She was never threatened that you could see.
Yeah,
she just said, I gotta play. Maybe she just didn't want to be the first one out. I mean, I don't
jumpy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I just thought it was not a smart gameplay. I see Matthew, because you're sitting there with a sling and you couldn't do the challenge. You did something really stupid. I could see that. But
maybe it was just the uber paranoia that was.
I think. I mean, who wants to be on a tribe with somebody that's uber paranoid like that? Because they're not even a wild card for their own game. They're literally a very loud, annoying anybody.
Well, last year was like the kiss of death for 7 players. The second they got paranoid, they're gone. There wasn't even any other reasonable explanation to get rid of some of these people other than they got a little paranoid.
I know it's hard, but you have to play it cool. You have to go, yeah, I'm good. I know I'm good. Just even if I'm going to go home.
Hide that sling, dang it.
Yeah. And why didn't Maddie go after Matthew?
The sling.
Why did she want to get Brandon? Because,
maybe she knew he was going to play his shot in the dark.
Yeah, maybe. Clearly, there was all sorts of conversations.
But he. I mean, again, that's the first. Jamie's winning was the first time ever. I still like to see, if you don't win, I want to see the other 5 I want to see that there is a winning one in there.
Right.
I still hate the way this is set up. And fine, you want to throw this in there and then this is going to be something that we continuously use. Great. So let it be some dice and let us see it. Let us see it play out. I hate the whole I'm going to play it. Oh, here's a piece of paper that says one way or the other. It's so hard for me to believe that there isn't a little meeting with the, on-scene production saying, yeah, we want their storyline to continue or not. I hate the way it's
how we know Jamie didn't have 6, you're safe, and Matthew had 6, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, again, the odds are really low that you're going to get it to work in your favor anyway. So just let's watch that happen.
Well, there's a reason why it's called Shot in the Dark. Like I said, it's only happened once. That's why I don't understand why you're playing it at the first. Well,
neither of them needed to play it, which is what made it, even more so. But I think I saw on Twitter, somebody made the joke on Twitter, well, even if Jamie goes home next week, she's always going to be the answer to a Survivor trivia question.
I didn't get it.
I can't remember who I saw it, and I apologize if you're listening right now. And I just took your joke without. I'm crediting unknown, but it wasn't.
It's okay. It was funny.
But yeah, I guess good on Lauren. She had to bank her vote because she said she lost it.
Yep.
She had no choice. I guess Matt played the shot in the dark as a way to mess with Maddie, keep his hand clean with Brandon, and mess with Maddie's game. So
that I was thinking about, maybe that's why he did it. But
didn't he say? Was it him that said? I mean, I feel like the votes are going to go the right way. I can afford to lose it. It's not a big deal.
He said something.
Yes, he did. He did. He said, as long as everybody does what they told me did what they told me they were going to do.
What happens if he needs it later on?
Oh well.
But
because he could have just voted for Maddie. if Maddie was going home, I'm gonna keep my shot in the dark, and I'm just okay.
Right, because at least now
Brandon, the game plan's Maddie. Okay, we're voting Maddie.
Yeah.
Well, he was probably the kid that when he got taken out to dinner, they were said, "Oh, don't drink all of your drink right now. Wait for your food." Nope, he was a thirsty boy every time.
Oh my God. Anyway, I don't know. I feel bad.
That straw.
I am sad that we did not get to see more of Maddie's game. She seemed like a good character, a good foil to, more of our heroes without being a villain.
I feel both things. I'm going to just say, I feel both things. I am really sad that she was gone because I do think I kind of started to like her better than I thought I would. But then also I'm glad she was gone because she was one of my picks to go before merge, and seeing as I, lost a man to injury, right off the bat, I needed to even the scales.
She did make the one mistake. I mean, she played it right. I mean, if there's no idol, she played it right, but she knew there was an idol in the game.
Yep.
I don't think you can be. You don't want to be that person that's make it right away. Is going, okay, we got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. Just sit back and go, okay, what do you want to do? Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good.
Yeah,
you don't want to be that person right off the bat, because puts a target on your back. But Brandon did get 2 votes.
Yeah, what is that? How's it saying? The worst move is the first move?
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta play cool.
You got to sit back. But again, she played it right, but it was the idols killed her.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of losing somebody pre-merge, let's take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we will do the tally the votes. And we had an email from Mandy last week that
Mandy
to read.
All right.
So we will do that. But before I do, in case you're a person that doesn't care about feedback and turns it off, Survivor JJC with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen is now on Amazon Music and Audible. So if that is how you listen to podcasts, or your preferred method,
we're there.
Yeah.
Alexa, hey, Colleen, Jamie, Jack, Survivor.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Like I said, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we will do the things. Okay. All right, we're back.
Did we do the things?
We did the things.
I forgot.
We did the things. All right, let me pull this up on my screen share here, just to show you.
I have no idea who I picked.
So we didn't make picks for first person out.
Yeah, I know.
The only free thing we had was that Jamie said that Josh was going to be the first one to look for the idol. Was he the first one to look for the idol? I forgot to pay attention.
Well, we didn't get to really see much of Josh at all. And this is where I was like, okay, there's got to be some sort of discrepancy here.
Josh is the one that had cancer as a kid had the surgery and then the cancer.
And then cancer.
Okay, yes.
But I don't know. I don't know how we played this out, because this darn tootin' birdcage showed up in the middle of the game. And then literally a whole tribe went to go look for a key, and that's all we got. So
yeah, I say you don't lose anything, because
I have no idea what happened.
I think you're safe here,
because we're used to someone going off and looking for the idol, and
there was never a birdcage, Jeff.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Was there a rule that you couldn't just break the birdcage?
Well,
it's Survivor. There's no rules. Why couldn't I just get a stick and just break the cage?
I think that would depend on who tried to break the birdcage. If it was somebody like Tony or Ben, they'd be like, "Break! Here's a pickaxe, or here's a machete.
Here's some wire cutters. Clunk, clunk,
yeah,
clunk,
here's the hammer we used to smash hourglasses."
This also, I believe, applies to Carolyn. If Carolyn had managed to find wire cutters magically in the floor of the jungle, they'd be like, "Go for it, girl."
But I'm serious. My first thought was like, just break it open. There's no rules. I mean, there's what's the rule? I mean, it's Survivor.
Oh my God. There was I know that this was a Mike Bloom tweet on Wednesday night, where he was like, the birdcage is a very apt thing for the gayest season of Survivor.
That's a nice one by Mike Bloom. There you go.
Like, that's really funny.
Madonna.
Okay. Okay. So as you can see here, Bruce, we all had merge. Nobody got points, but you know what? I don't think we would have gotten points anyway because he was technically a medevac.
Yeah.
And oh god, I'm still laughing at Mike Bloom's joke.
That's the best joke I've ever heard Mike Bloom say. He has a lot of them. He has a lot of good jokes.
And he has a lot of good jokes.
That was the best one.
All right. And then next we have Maddie. Jamie and I had her pre-merge. Jack had her merge. Honestly, Jack, I truly think that if she hadn't gotten screwed by the advantages, because I think she's, got advantaged out in a way. I think that you could have been right. I think she could have gone further. So
I think she was a good player, but
yep.
The idol killed her.
Moving over to the tally the votes. We have to make our winners pick, and we need to, pick for next week. I volunteer as tribute to start because I feel pretty strongly that Jamie is probably going home next week, and she spelled her name differently from yours, Jamie. I did note.
Yeah, she's an AI speller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, artificial
Fancy
intelligence.
schmancy.
So she's not real. Okay, got it.
She is but a mere copy.
I guess I should go.
Mm-hmm.
I
have this open in this tab, so let me close.
I think that's a good choice, but if Matthew can't physically go next week,
you think he's out?
I gotta think it's him. I mean, I'm probably wrong, but because I'm wrong 99% of the time. But I'll go with Matthew.
All right.
Maybe he'll see
Matthew.
Matthew climbing Matthew.
Matthew with the sling.
Maybe he'll see a big tree he wants to climb up.
Sling Matthew. We'll just call him
Sling Matthews.
Okay.
Sling chariot.
All right.
You guys both picked like who I was debating, like one of those two. I'm gonna go with Matthew just because I do have him on the short list for being out pre-merge. So.
Okay, and also Sling Matthew.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Sling Matthew.
Sling low.
The French fried tea.
Matthew. Okay. I'm sure. Not that he's ever going to hear this, but I'm sure he would not appreciate this. I don't know. He seems like a dude that might. He seems like a dad joke kind of dude.
Yeah.
Sling, 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 ding, 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 bing, ding, ding.
We're getting as weird as this first season opener.
Okay.
I almost fell off this chair.
Oh,
why was I sitting on this chair?
It is time for some winners pick.
All right.
I'm going with Jam Jam.
Ooh.
Jamity Jam.
All right.
I like to call him Yam Jam.
Yam Jam? That's fine.
Yam Jam.
I like it.
If we can call Matthew Sling Matthew, I think it's okay to call him Yam Jam.
All right. So Yam Jam it is.
I just think he's got a great personality. He's he's the weather's not going to affect him. The heat's not going to affect, which is a big deal. Because humidity, if you're not used to it, will.
Hey, seriously, 9 months with no power after that hurricane in Puerto Rico, and he still managed to get through everything and be a positive person. He probably has the goods to get through 20 some days. Yeah,
I think he'll be. I think he's a player. So what does that mean? He's getting voted out next week.
Yeah, basically. Basically, I guess there's so many personalities. It's so difficult to pick because
it's really tough because they didn't really dive. I mean, it's we're doing a shot in the dark because there's really no clear-cut winner after week one.
Yeah. Honestly, I love Yam Yam. I don't know if he's gonna win.
If you loved him, you'd pick him.
Who is the woman that we saw that they went she did the cylinder challenge with that
was Heidi, wasn't it?
Was that Heidi?
Mm-hmm. No,
no.
No.
Are you talking about Helen?
Helen
Lee? Yes.
Is there a Heidi? There's no Heidi, is there?
There's a Heidi. Heidi.
Oh, there's a Heidi.
Heidi is the fire starter.
We have a friend we have a friend who comes to Raleigh sometimes, and we hang out with her.
Don't say we all have that friend. I'm not.
Oh my gosh, stop it! She's your friend too. Anyway, we have a friend who was a coworker with Heidi and said good things about her.
Nice.
So. Did she say that she does an amazing job at quickly starting fire and don't bring her to the end?
Don't know, but I think
it's a fair warning because that was like boof boof. She had that thing lit.
That was I would not have liked to have done that. You wouldn't have picked me to do that puzzle thing. The different the one they had to pick was Carson and her.
Oh man, Helen and Carson. That
I go pick
thing. Ooh,
pick someone else. I can't do this.
So honestly, Heidi or Helen went about that the exact same way that I would have gone about that. Nice. So I really liked her there as well, to be honest.
I really liked Helen at all of her pre-interviews. She's in my top 3. I think she's great.
Okay, yeah, all this is to say that I think that she very well could be my winner's pick. Yeah. So my computer's a little frozen at the moment. There we go. Okay, so I am going to go with Helen. Also, that's my middle name, so I got to go with it.
That's my middle name.
No way!
Yeah.
So weird.
Jack Lou Helen.
Yeah, Jack Lou Helen. Might as well be Helen. Easier to spell.
Just throw a bunch of L's in the equation, a couple of E's, you'll get there at some point.
4 L's.
Tell people with my first name too. I'm just all full of L's. Okay. Jamie, take us out here, and then we're gonna read Mandy's email and call it a night.
All right. Okay. So I am going to put Claire down as my winner's pick. I felt really confident with her in all of her pre-interviews, and then she did that slick move of, hey, what did they bring back during the challenge when she reached out to Matthew. I might be doing myself a disservice because you might have a better placement in this because you kind of watched the last few seasons. It's like you've got one player who's really somewhat aggressive and on top of the social aspect of the game, but it's usually the person right behind them that kind of gets the Gabler treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think you won.
You might have picked the person who is in that position, but I'm going to go for the person that really pushes the game. And I think it's going to be Claire.
Oh, all right. I like Claire too. I like Lauren. I'm excited to see where Lauren goes. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. And as you know, +5 15 now. I think if your person gets taken out, we decided that for every person, our new rules, for every person, you get 5 points less. So, and then if you lose more than 4 people, you just get 1 point per whoever.
You just get a big giant wah burger.
Exactly. All right. All right. So we got this email from Mandy from last week. Sorry that we missed this beforehand. She sent her reminder about the rule change for the votes, the tally of the votes that we discussed. I've heard nothing good news. I've heard nothing but great things leading up to this season. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Bad news. I can't watch live until May. I'll be watching late or the next day for almost the whole season.
Hey, that worked out for her this week.
Yes, it did. Yes,
no commercials.
We did this all for you.
She also sent a picture of the Post-it note that she put in her day planner from last season all the way up to now, saying, Survivor JJC next season, pick the tribe that will go to tribal 1 point. Pick the person that from that tribe that goes home 1 point. So I guess we were doing a 2 point thing.
I don't know. It's math. I just nod my head and agree.
Well, the good news is we all picked somebody from the same tribe this week.
Oh, hey.
All right.
There we go.
So we can figure that out next week.
We're not a fan of that tribe, is what you're saying.
No.
I like when they're saying, Brandon, can you help us out over here? Can you help us out here, Brandon? And Brandon's like, no, I can't.
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Good times with that. On that note, everybody, thank you so much for listening. You can send us an email as well, survivorjjc@gmail.com. For the first 2 weeks, we'll be recording on Wednesday. The plan is to record Wednesdays after the show. After that, we may switch to Thursdays. After Survivor Australia is over, we'll see. Definitely have a couple Thursdays coming up where we will have to record on Thursdays, Thursday, March 30th and Thursday, April 6th. Jay and I both have, I have things to do both nights. Anyway, so just, if you're planning on watching us live, joining us live, hopefully you can moving forward. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/Jay and Jack. After this, actually, Zachary and I are going to record our bonus show about this episode. So if you're a patron at the $5 more level, be on the lookout for that. That'll be out soon. And yeah, all right. Well, on that note, everybody, thank you. Thank you to the patrons who contribute at a certain level. And that would be Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thank you, guys. Okay, I think I've got it for real. We are good. We are done. We are landing this ship or pooping in the ocean. I don't know. The end. All right. On that note, my name is Colleen.
I'm still Jamie.
I'm still Jack.
Oh, and we'll have better audio next week too, because yes, I've got a plan for fixing this broken computer up. And it does not involve smashing it across the head with something. But
throw it off a cliff.
Fine, don't take my suggestion.
Yes, you would think that there were TPS reports coming out of this, the amount of things I want to smash it with right now. All right, for real. Goodbye. My name is Colleen.
And Jamie.
And I said this already.
I know. All right. It was like a PPS.
A what?
In case you didn't hear the first time.
Okay.
Postscript. Because we all sound alike. So we all sound alike. So I thought they might just want to hear it again in case somebody thinks that I'm Jack.
That's right. I'm Colleen.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. This has been a crazy tribal.
All right. Yeah. We've made history. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.